Week 16 of the 2023-24 NBA season is over, which means it's time to run it back. This is Run It Back NBA Week in Review, Los Angeles Lakers edition. I'm Jose Salviati, editor at thebeachbasket.net, and formerly wrote a series of articles covering the 2010 NBA Finals between the Lakers and the Celtics for the LA Times. This is the show where we recap the week that was for the Los Angeles Lakers and then highlight their marquee matchup for the week to come. Let's start by taking a look at where the team lands on the Peach Basket's objective power rankings this week. The Lakers were 2-1 in Week 16 with wins over the Charlotte Hornets and the New Orleans Pelicans. Only loss came against the world champion Nuggets. They were in that game against the Nuggets, only to lose in the last few minutes when Denver, they just flat out executed better than on both ends of the court than the Lakers did. They did to the Lakers in those final 2 minutes what the Lakers did to teams on their way to the 2020 championship. Back then, that team, if they had the ball in the lead with a minute left, you just knew they were going to clamp down and win. Denver did that to the Lakers. So it's a really good indicator of, how good the Lakers can be because they were in that game. But, what's left for them to get to where they were in 2020, Denver showed them, which end of day is not horrible. The win against the number 6 Pelicans, right? So it was a reminder what this team can do when they lock in. They can beat anyone. And when we get down to what people are saying about the Lakers in just a little bit, we'll get back to this they can beat anyone thing because it's relevant. Their 2-1 record has them moving up one spot in our power rankings in week number 16 to number 9. Overall, they come in at the 15th spot. Now let's look at the best to do it in key categories for the Lakers. The team, as we know, is all about LeBron James and Anthony Davis, but we might be seeing the emergence of a legitimate third star. Sometimes the best trades are the ones you don't make. D'Angelo Russell led the Lakers in points per game in Week 16, averaging 29. He also averaged the most shots made, 3-point shots made, with 5.5. Now, D'Lo's gotten a lot of grief, but you can't deny how well he's been playing. Recently saw a tweet that compared his season stats to those of Bradley Beal, and they're on par. At least on paper, box score alone, D'Angelo Russell certainly belongs in a conversation of being that third star. The question now is he going to keep it up? Anthony Davis was the best shooter with 11 field goals made in Week 16. Davis also led in rebounds with 10 and blocks with 2.7. LeBron was the best facilitator with 9.3 assists over his 3 games played, and Jackson Hayes and AD averaged the most steals at 1.3 steals per game. The top game scorer was Anthony Davis at 26.1. Now, Week 17 is a short week as the NBA prepares for the All-Star break. The Lakers only play twice. First, they take on the 8-44 Detroit Pistons. Now, this is a must-win game in the sense that you don't want to lose to the Detroit Pistons. They've been playing better of late, actually won 2 in a row, and were up big against the Clippers before losing. So you don't want to take this team lightly. You want to win this game. You want to take care of business. After that, the Lakers travel to Utah. Now that's going to be an interesting game to take on the Jazz. This will be a real test. The Jazz are a game and a half behind the Lakers, and the crowd in Utah will be going crazy. I was fortunate enough to be in Utah a few months ago and went to a game on a random Tuesday, and the place was packed and the crowd was energetic. So I can't imagine what it's going to be like against the Lakers. And again, it really matters. So we'll see how that plays out. Now we'll end with a quick look at the Lakers news. We like to call this full court press. I just type in Los Angeles Lakers and see if anything interesting and worth talking about comes up on page 1. Today, 2 articles. One is, the title is NBA Exec on LeBron James Lakers. I don't want any piece of them in the playoffs, by Joseph Zucker of Bleacher Report. The second article I'll share in just a bit. So let's start first about this piece by Joseph Zucker. Some unnamed GM said he doesn't want a piece of the Lakers in the playoffs. Now listen, or not a GM, but an executive. You always kind of take those with a grain of salt because, it's unnamed. Not that I doubt Joseph Zucker. But listen, the reality is I think that a lot of NBA execs out there feel the same way because of what the Lakers did last season. Now, this season's Lakers aren't quite where last season's Lakers are, but they are where last season's Lakers were at this point in time. They were struggling, and then the moves really changed everything for the Lakers. Now, Lakers this time didn't make a move. Bringing in Spencer Dinwiddie is nice, and it might be the catalyst. I don't know. I think, like we said earlier, the best trade rather is sometimes the one you don't make. And if D'Lo can continue to play like he's been playing, and Spencer Dinwiddie comes in and provides a real spark off the bench and some veteran leadership, who knows, man? That could be it. That's the thing about the Lakers. Some games leave you really frustrated, but when they dial in and play as well as we know they can play, man, they can beat anybody. And what I think, without getting into the mind of this NBA exec, but I'm going to do that, I guess, in a way, what I think this NBA exec is saying, this anonymous NBA exec is saying when the games matter, LeBron James is at his best, right? Anthony Davis has proven that he can be at his best at those games. The Lakers are going to be dangerous. Right now, their best bet, unless some miraculous run happens, which could happen, they'll be in the play-in. They'll get the 7th or 8th spot. No number 1 or number 2 team wants to match up against them. Period. So I certainly agree with that NBA exec's thoughts, and I know that very few fans outside of Los Angeles agree. But let's see how it plays out. The other article I read is about the Kobe statue unveiling. And it was emotional. It was special. It really shined a light on what makes the Lakers so special as a franchise. Having history is one thing, and the Lakers have a lot of it. But appreciating their history the way they do is another. Having all those players under the tent was just incredible. The statue looks amazing, and it's one of 3. Kobe meant a lot to the Lakers, obviously. He also meant a lot to Lakers fans. In honoring him the way they did, the Lakers did both Kobe and his fans justice. Los Angeles Lakers, well done. That was incredible. That's it. Week 16 of the Lakers 2023-24 NBA season is in the books. Join us next week after week number 17 when we once again run it back.